Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, the 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success. But in his case, it is.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give right side. Callahan. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second down, here's Davis Price. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ty Davis Price, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A little juke. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown. Back. And out now come the Cowboys. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he He's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Shields. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
They run it with Benjamin. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Check.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Alec Ingold with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for 3rd place all time, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They begin with a run by Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Here's Prescott being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Ty Davis-Price and the rest of this offense returning to the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Davis Price. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ty Davis Price with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Dolphins open the lead up to 34-0. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing, Prescott, escaping the pressure right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Shoot, shoot.
2nd and 5 now. Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 67 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the 1st quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Dak and the Cowboys getting set for their next possession. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ty Davis-Price and the rest of this offense returning to the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
On 1st down, Callahan. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? That he's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. don't think the coverage was the problem. The coverage was pretty good.
The coverage was excellent, but what quarterbacks love to do, if they see the head of the defender away from the line of scrimmage, like if they see the back of his helmet, they throw the football to the receiver with the understanding he'll make a play on the ball a little bit quicker than the defensive back can recover.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle they go. Callahan. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Shields. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. This goes out wide for Nixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Throwing again on second down. Prescott, the loop, and the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. So now on fourth down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting?
And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Deuce. Check, 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 check.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Prescott looks to throw on first. His throw incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Left side to Lamb. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage able to knock that one away.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And they will remain well behind.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
2 and now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Callahan. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Alec Ingold on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get things started in the Meadowlands. An AFC battle as Houston is in town to take on New York. And it's the Texans who are out in front. The Texans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the run is Benjamin. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, let's get this.
On the counter, Davis Price. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Drill, 52. Ready, go.
This is Benjamin. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Watch the run.
They run the counter. Shields. That's on the tackle, Panay Sewell. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Callahan, down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal.
Rush in.
Davis Price up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ty Davis Price, career touchdown number 136, tying it with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Mixing up the middle, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
To throw is Prescott. Open man is Anderson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Prescott. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Right there.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to at least get 1 score back. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check safety.
Yellow, line. Yellow.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Second down, here's Davis Price. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
97.
Any day.
On the ground, Benjamin. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 3.
43 rail. Ready, go.
They'll run on first down. Shields. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check
Steal. Check steal.
slant. Watch the slant.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
17. Ready.
Handoff right side, Davis Price. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Go now. 50. Green.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
52 blaster. Black swap.
26.
Ready.
They run it with Benjamin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
A first down throw for Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, Shields. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. On second down, Prescott again. Forced out to his left. To Mixon on the check down. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's taken on the 25. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple. Times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run on first down. Shields. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, Benjamin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run on first down. Shields. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to... hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22, Prescott. And this one too low.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. Miami set to take over. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been Total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go? For 100. You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Callahan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 40. Six.
Tackles back at the 46-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Up the middle they go. Shields. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll give this to Davis Price running right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Benjamin. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.